August 1997, Hong Kong returned to her mother country, becoming a special administrative region of the People's Republic of China. The Hong Kong SAR flag and emblem were frequently used as a main theme for souvenirs, but many also use the image of a dolphin. It is the mascot of the ceremony to mark Hong Kong's return, the Chinese white dolphin. This is a wide stretch of open sea to the west of Tuen Mun and north of Lantau Island. In 1989, the Hong Kong government resolved to build a new airport on Chek Lap Kok. Roads and bridges were also constructed to link the new airport with the city. To meet the needs for construction work, dredgers dug up sand from the seabed nearby, making the sea extremely murky. Heavy sea traffic posed a hazard to the survival of marine animals. In 1993 to 1995, 30 dead Chinese white dolphins were found in the Hong Kong waters. Some of these deaths were due to injuries caused by propellers of ships. A scientist at the University of Hong Kong launched the first academic study on this issue.
The Swire Institute of Marine Science, which is part of the University of Hong Kong, started its dolphin studies in 1993. And the most recent of these estimates is at just over 120 dolphins.
Some believe that the dolphin population is even smaller.
就我哋估計係唔會多過200條嘅喺珠江三角洲嗰度。咁無論如何咧，我哋都係要保護中華白海豚嘅。就喺1993年5月2號咧，就我哋發動咗500條漁船咧，就喺維多利亞港嗰度咧就遊行啦，就希望政府同埋社會嗰度咧就唔好攞海沙，就因為攞海沙咧就破壞嗰個海洋資源嘅，就都會影響到白海豚覓食嘅情況。
In 1994, the government commissioned experts to conduct in-depth studies of the Chinese white dolphins residing in the Hong Kong waters. The Chinese white dolphin is a cetacean mammal. It is also known as the Indo-Pacific humpback dolphin. According to the biological literature, these dolphins are commonly found in the shallow waters ranging from the Indian Ocean to the Western Pacific Ocean. They congregate in the estuaries of large rivers fringing the seas. The earliest sighting record of these dolphins by Westerners was made in the estuary of the Pearl River. Animal taxonomists believe these dolphins belong to a species not yet known, and coined the scientific name Sousa chinensis, which means white dolphins found in China. Chinese white dolphins usually appear in pairs, with a white individual often accompanied by a grey one. Because of this, fishermen in Hong Kong call them by a funny local name.
通常我哋咧見到佢咧就好多時都係叫做烏記白記嘅。
In the Ming and Qing dynasties, Hong Kong belonged to the Xin'an prefecture, and Lantau Island was known as Tai Hai Shan. In the chronicles of Xin'an prefecture, there is a record of Chinese white dolphins with the name Hard Luck in grey and white mantles. Zhu Dajun, a scholar in the early Qing dynasty, entered a record of sightings of hard luck in grey and white mantles under the name of Tai Yu Shan. From literature records, we can conclude that Chinese white dolphins are native animals of Hong Kong. Dr. Thomas Jefferson was commissioned by the AFD, the Agriculture and Fisheries Department of the government, to conduct a thorough study of dolphins.
In China, Sousa chinensis is listed as a Category 1 protected species. Chinese white dolphins or Indo-Pacific humpback dolphin, Sousa chinensis, is actually listed as insufficiently known by the International Union for the Conservation of Nature, which means that we don't know enough about the overall population status throughout the range to really determine whether or not the species is in immediate danger of extinction.
Dr. Jefferson's research team conducted a full-range aerial search for Chinese white dolphins. The research team surveyed Hong Kong waters for Chinese white dolphins as they slowly made their way in boats along the planned routes. They were able to distinguish different individual dolphins using telescopes and remote photographic techniques. Meanwhile, using a global positioning system to record the exact locations of dolphin sightings. After 2.5 years of observation and study, Dr. Jefferson concluded that Chinese white dolphins are not found in the eastern part of the Hong Kong waters. The Chinese white dolphins appear mainly in the western part of the Hong Kong waters, including the vicinity of the islands of Sha Chao and Lung Ku Chao, and the waters offshore of Castle Peak Power Station. They also reside in the waters around the Brothers and to the south of Lantau Island. Dr. Jefferson's research came to 3 conclusions. Number 1. There is a seasonal change in the local range of distribution of Chinese white dolphins. In the winter and spring months, Chinese white dolphins are found mainly around Sha Chao and Lung Ku Chao. In the summer and autumn months, the distribution extends outwards. Number 2. The dolphin population also changes seasonally. It is smaller in spring, but increases in autumn. Number 3. Mark and recapture analysis indicates that there are more Chinese white dolphins in the Hong Kong and Pearl River Delta than the previous estimates.
I think it's a good idea to have marine parks, to have areas set aside that can be used not just again here to conserve the dolphins, but an entire ecosystem.
In order to protect the Chinese white dolphin more effectively, the government set up the Sha Chao and Lung Ku Chao Marine Park in November 1996. Its purpose is to provide a safe habitat for the Chinese white dolphin and to protect other animals and marine resources inside the marine park.
Each day, AFD boats are scheduled to patrol the marine park and inspect the licenses of all fishing boats to check against illegal fishing. This helps minimize the chances of dolphin injuries as bycatch of fishing operations. Vessel speed cannot exceed 10 knots, so as to prevent collisions which may cause injuries to the dolphins. Dolphin watching is allowed in the marine park, as are other water-based activities which do not disturb the dolphins. The aviation fuel receiving facilities inside the marine park had to install a special kind of oil boom so as to prevent oil spillage from polluting the sea in the marine park.
我哋教學院咧亦都受咗漁農署嘅委託咧作呢項嘅研究，主要咧就係想監管咧喺呢個海洋公園嘅範圍裏邊咧一啲水質嘅數據嘅。咁每一次我哋出海在現場研究嘅時候咧，我哋都會量度一啲水質嘅數據嘅。咁呢啲數據咧，我哋現場將佢輸入咗一啲手提電腦裏邊咧，係方便我哋有作日後分析嘅用途嘅。
Researchers also investigate the biological resources here: lionhead croaker, grey mullet, yellow croaker and pomfret. These are some of the Chinese white dolphin's favourite food items. The islets and coves in the Sha Chao and Lung Ku Chao Marine Park are the best sites for close observation of Chinese white dolphins. We see Chinese white dolphins jumping out of the sea alone. More often, we see a white dolphin and a grey one swimming together. Sometimes we even see small black dolphins. The Chinese white dolphin changes body colour several times in its life. Newborn dolphins are black. As they grow up, their their bodies become grey. Later, the grey colour fades away, leaving a mass of spots, and the body colour turns white. However, mature female Chinese white dolphins are pink. As for mature male white dolphins, the grey spots persist in the area near the dorsal fin. Chinese white dolphins live in groups. There are usually 3 to 5 dolphins in a group, including members of one family or two. It is quite a spectacular sight to see so many Chinese white dolphins swimming together. The period between March and August is the mating season of Chinese white dolphins, and you can easily see such passionate mating behaviour. The sea off the western shore of Tunmun is a traditional fishing ground. Many different types of fishing boats can be seen operating here. This kind of fishing boat is called a hang trawler. And these 2 fishing boats are operating together. They are called pair trawlers. Chinese white dolphins feed mainly on fish. They will chase after fishing boats for food. Sometimes they may be trapped in the fishing nets and get injured, which may even kill them. What do the fishermen think of Chinese white dolphins chasing after their boats?
真係落緊魚，突然間咧俾佢咬咗流咗個魚起咁啊，變咗佢好奇特佢咯。
因為玩咗就好似中國人嚟講咧，就唔係好吉祥咁啦，通常都係會放噶啦，或者會交翻俾漁農處嚟處理嘅。
Why don't fishermen hurt Chinese white dolphins? Fishermen in Hong Kong worship Tin Hao, the heavenly goddess. This might be the reason why fishermen do not attempt to hurt Chinese white dolphins. In some of the local Tin Hao temples, there's a side room where fishermen pay respect to the dolphin and whale bones that they have found in their fishing catches. Because they don't suffer from human attacks, Chinese white dolphins are not threatened by natural enemies in Hong Kong waters. However, since fishermen catch fish, humans become the competitors of dolphins with respect to food items. Seagulls may also feed on fish, hence seagulls also compete for food with dolphins. This ecological pyramid illustrates the relationship between the Chinese white dolphin and the other organisms in the ecosystem. Chinese white dolphins consume a large amount of fishes. Humans compete with dolphins for fishes. The competition is keen and humans dominate. Seabirds are also competitors. However, their influence is insignificant. From this, we see that the primary way to attract Chinese white dolphins to the Sha Chao and Lung Hu Chao Marine Park is to provide a large amount of fishes for food. However, the marine park fish resources are not quite enough for the dolphins.
The AFD is aware of the situation. We will be placing artificial reefs made of concrete on the seabed of the Sha Chao and Lung Hu Chao Marine Park.
After a period of time, the artificial reefs will be covered with organisms such as seaweed and shellfish. Fishes move in for food, and Chinese white dolphins will be attracted by the rich fish resources. The dorsal fin, flippers and tail flukes allow Chinese white dolphins to move freely in the sea. They can also be submerged in water for a period of time, and when they break the surface, they make a puffing exhalation through a blowhole on top of the head. The streamlined body of the Chinese white dolphin has a smooth surface, and its mouth protrudes out to form a beak. This feature is an adaptation for pecking fish underwater. Located at the front end of the body, the beak forms a pointed tip, which can help reduce the resistance of the body against currents. The Chinese white dolphin bears flippers. It does not bear pelvic fins. Each flipper is supported by a set of small bones, hinting that it's a modified forelimb. The hind limbs are reduced to just a small piece of bone. The dorsal fin and tail fluke are not supported by bones. The internal structure of the Chinese white dolphin is more or less the same as that of most other mammals. The unique feature lies in its head. In front of the blowhole, there is a big lump, known as melon. Some scientists believe that melon is the primary structure with which the dolphin generates ultrasonic waves. These researchers are using tailor-made electronic sensors to record the ultrasonic waves emitted by Chinese white dolphins in Hong Kong waters.
咁咧，我哋喺沙洲同龍鼓洲咧錄到啲海豚嘅叫聲咧，就會係咁樣樣喎。但係當高速船經過嘅時候咧，啲海豚嘅叫聲咧就會係咁噶啦。咁好可能咧，佢哋顯得咧冇咁活躍啦，同埋甚至離開咗佢哋嘅活躍嘅地方噶喎。
Because the Sha-Chao and Long Gu Chau Marine Park lies next to the Armstrong Road Channel, it is probable that the high-speed vessels will injure the Chinese white dolphin searching for food in the area.
The marine park is also under the threat of rubbish in the sea. Rubbish from nearby towns drifts the marine park, spoiling the beauty of the area and adversely affecting the survival of fishes and marine animals. Ships passing by the area may spill oil, hence polluting the sea and endangering Chinese white dolphins and other marine animals. Illegal fishing in the marine park also affects the food resources of the Chinese white dolphins. Sometimes, fishing nets can also injure the white dolphins.
To ensure the survival and perpetuation of the Chinese white dolphin, it is necessary to set up more marine parks. Therefore, we have to conduct surveys of the ecosystems, marine resources, and water quality in other parts of Hong Kong waters.
咁實驗室裏邊嘅詳細分析咧，係會包括咗生化需氧量啦、化學需氧量啦，以及營養量嘅。我哋亦都會研究一下，譬如多氯聯苯嘅分量。
我咧就負責咧喺大鴉洲咧做陸上觀察。咁喺附近海面咧就發現到呢個中華白海豚同埋江豚嘅蹤影。咁另外咧，我同事咧有做呢個潛水研究嘅。咁佢哋喺水底咧發現咗大量嘅甲殼類動物、貝類同埋魚類。
Having analyzed the data from different studies, the AFD considers that the sea area between Southwest Lantau Island and the Sokol Islands has the potential to become another marine park. In the meantime, the AFD is developing a conservation program for the Chinese white dolphin.
To protect Chinese white dolphins, the government has set out code of conduct for dolphin watching activities such as only one dolphin watching vessel should be within 500 meters of a group of dolphins. Never approach dolphins head-on. Never chase dolphins. Never separate mothers and calves. Publicity programs and related activities will arouse public awareness of the Chinese white dolphins and the marine environment of Hong Kong. Besides commissioning experts to conduct regular observations, the AFD also encourages the public to report their discovery of dolphin carcasses. This will allow swift follow-up in the investigation of the cause of death and the study of body structure, so as to develop more effective measures for the conservation of Chinese white dolphins. The AFD also organises marine park conservation activities for the public, such as the Clean Our Beach project, to enable people to know more about the ocean and hence to nurture love for nature.